Hi, welcome to Connecting Greatness, Conversations with Entrepreneurial Minds. Today my guest is Marg Hachey, the Managing Director of GrowYourBiz.com. Marg, welcome to Connecting Greatness.
Thank you, Randy. It's my pleasure to be here.
So let's start off. Before we talk about GrowYourBiz.com, I'm quite sure that there is a history that led you to starting this business. So let's talk a little bit about where it all began for you.
Okay, where it all began. My goodness, we have to go way back. I started my large company, as we say, in 1980 in Toronto.
Which was?
An audiovisual company called Duocom Canada. It wasn't very large in the beginning, and I started out selling overhead projectors and transparency films to school teachers, because that was the communication tool in those days. But by embracing the technology, pioneering data video projection in Canada, we grew dramatically.
You grew dramatically. Okay, so from what I understand correctly, is you just recently sold that company.
Correct. The business was sold last year. So then I thought, okay, what is Marg going to do with the rest of her life?
Right.
So I've been a founding member of Women Presidents Organization in Canada. And that's a group of women business owners, multi-million-dollar businesses, that meet monthly, and it's peer-to-peer advisory. So it's like having your own personal advisory board. And I started thinking about the benefits I'd had from that program and thought, you know, other women who don't necessarily have multi-million-dollar businesses yet should also have that benefit. Yes, because we're going to help them grow. So we launched last night. We had an incredible turnout, and I'm really looking forward to getting going and helping these women grow their businesses.
So how is this going to work? Is your the WPO going to be mentoring?
They're going to be a strategic ally.
Okay.
So we will do some things together. They hold a conference annually. Next year it's in Dallas. And I go every year, and we're going to be able to, as Grow Your Biz members, attend that conference. So imagine 2,000 businesswomen in a room. Jim Collins is speaking to us, and I was fortunate enough to even have a one-on-one with him.
Fantastic.
You know, so it was all about making sure we had the right people on the bus and in the right seats to grow our businesses.
I think everybody should have that book on their desk.
Oh, absolutely. One of many, but
Yes.
but those are opportunities that were afforded to me by being a member of WPO that would have been impossible otherwise.
So now you're going to work with
Smaller businesses
with the GrowYourBiz.com
Right.
to give them that exposure as well. So
Absolutely.
off the top, what are the prerequisites in order to be a member of
Well,
GrowYourBiz.com?
currently the prerequisite is that you're a woman. You own the business.
Well, I'm out of here.
You're out of here, yes. We'll have to start something for men one of these days. But they need to be responsible for the day-to-day operation of the business.
Okay.
I think that's key. They need to be willing to devote 3 hours a month to work on the business, not in the business.
Okay.
Okay.
I understand.
And they need to be willing to share their knowledge with the other women around the table.
How do you feel that like you've experienced that dynamic with the larger businesses?
Yes.
Now, how do you feel that dynamic works again with women in general? Is it something that you found was a challenge, or do you expect that there might be a challenge with the smaller business because they're not as experienced as working in a corporate environment?
Well, sometimes, you know, they are as experienced, just their bottom line has less zeros.
Oh,
you know,
fair.
they've done it for a long time. They've learned a lot. They face the same challenges. You know, if you ask any entrepreneur, what do you lose sleep over? You know what they're going to say to you? Finance and HR.
And HR?
Yes, human resources.
Wow.
You know, when you start a business, you're alone. You start typically alone. But the minute you hire your first employee, you no longer work for yourself. You're working for them too.
Yes, that's true. That's true. So, as a lady who is looking to join, when you want these group dynamics around GrowYourBiz.com, how is that going to work if you have competitive businesses?
Okay. We don't allow any competitive businesses in the chapters. We want people to be free to talk about the challenges they face, talk about their plans to grow their business without feeling, oh, I can't say that because, you know, they're listening.
Right.
So we don't allow any competitive businesses in each chapter. So if we get, say, 2 accountants, we would then put that second accountant on a waiting list, and then when we start the next chapter, they would be one of the members in that chapter.
Oh, okay, okay. So,
and we are hoping to have both an accountant and a lawyer in each chapter, because those are great benefits. I learned very quickly when I started my business, Randy, that a girl's best friend in business is her lawyer, her accountant, and her hairdresser, and not necessarily in that order.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I do watch my hair, so
okay, good.
I can still learn from this as well.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
So now, as a I don't want to say support group, but as a mentoring group, is it encouraged for people to do business within their own chapter or within their group?
It's not a networking group, so we make that very clear. So I'm not going there looking for business. I'm going there to help grow my business and to help other women grow theirs. But as a byproduct, what happens in WPO, 68% of the women actually do business together. But if I needed your services, I would come to you. It's not where you're there selling your...
So people are not encouraged to walk out every day and hand out their business cards when they walk in there?
They're not, no.
Leave the hat at the door.
That's right, yeah.
Okay, so the size of the chapter, is there a limit? Is this like a 10 person or 20%?
Yes, we're trying to keep it, the ideal is around 16. Because as we know, there are always commitments in business, and not everyone can make it every month, even though we do encourage that, because if you miss a meeting, you're missing a lot. But 16 is sort of the magic number we shoot for.
Okay, so, and the environment when you 16 ladies do get together, is it a breakfast meeting? Is it a... We
let the chapter members decide. It could be a breakfast meeting. It could be something done in the evening. We're very fortunate. BMO have sponsored us, and they're providing the locations for us to have our meetings.
Nice.
So we feel very fortunate because they bring a lot of financial expertise to the table too.
Right. So you'll be holding your meetings in Bermuda then?
Yes, we'd love to. Maybe when we grow a little larger.
Okay. So let me ask you, what is unique about this? I mean, we know that there are lots of networking groups. We know that there are support groups. We know that there are referral groups. What makes GrowYourBiz.com special?
Well, it's based on helping. And most women are very empathetic. They're used to helping. And I think it takes a very different approach, because with women business owners, it's not home and work. It's home and work. There's no separation. It's really your life. Because we're all connected now constantly, 24/7. So even when we go home and cook supper, we're checking the email, and it just never goes away.
Right.
So I think it's very different because it really encompasses all of that. We talk about family, we talk about them personally, how they take care of themselves, to be on top of the game.
I'm sorry, but how they take care of themselves, it sounds kind of funny where somebody could say to somebody, I really don't like the way what you're wearing today.
No.
I'm sure it's much more than that.
Absolutely. It's health. I mean, when you look after yourself, you operate your business. And I mean, from a health point of view, exercising, eating well, not working 24 hours a day, having a balance in your life makes you a more effective business owner.
Sure. Okay, so what I would like to do, Marg, if I may, we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
Then we come back. I'd like to talk specifically about entrepreneurship, maybe the mindset and the things that you've learned, because you've had a couple different companies,
yes,
large and small, and that evolution and that of yourself and what you feel makes a successful entrepreneur.
Very good.
Okay. We'll be right back on Connecting Greatness. I'm sitting down with the Managing Director of GrowYourBiz.com, Ms. Marg Hachey.